Got to get it, Papa. Well, here I am in Bossier City, Louisiana, and I'm over here in front of the Future Auto Repair. Actually, I guess I can go over here and you can see the Future Auto Repair yourself, kind of from the front. It's pretty fancy repair shop. It's pretty fancy, but not quite as fancy as what's lurking over my shoulder over here. Let me get to a point where you can see it. Look that! Yes, friends, we are really in the future. Look that! It's a flying Delorean on a stick. And it's not giant though, it's just like a regular sized one. But that's the repair place back there. And I just thought y'all might be interested in seeing a flying Delorean, actually almost flying. And somebody made a mess on the side, but it's just a bird, I think. But yeah, look that. I'd show y'all up higher, but I can't really do that, me, because my arm's not long enough. But yeah, look, oh, and Mr. Fusion is on the back of it and everything. It's authentic. Let me try to get some aerial views for you, as close as I can get. Look at that. Oh, it's wait, the bottom's lit up. I didn't notice that because it's a bright sunny day, but some of the flying stuff underneath is actually making it fly and is all lit up and stuff. Look at all that. Yeah, a lot of people never saw this part of it this close, but I have, and you are too. It's like a Look Dat exclusive. Yeah, not too many people get to see stuff like this, but you have to go to Bossier City, and hopefully you won't need any car repairs, but if you do, I guess this place is a pretty good one that can do it for you. Look at all that way up there. Oh. Great Scott, as they say. You never know what you'll see on Look Dat. Oh, I'm stretching as far as I can. I'm not gonna be here tonight after dark, but they say after dark it lights up, like the green light on the bottom. They say that's part of it. It lights up, it plays music, and it has some lines from the movie that actually played. So this is pretty cool, and they have the little path down here, so you can walk around it like I did when I was getting my exclusive footage for Look Dat. And, which I'm sure that the car has never experienced something like Look Dat. So that's a first too. But yeah, it's you can see it's a real car. It's got the I mean, I don't think there's a real engine in it, but the interior is there, and you can kind of see in the windshield, you can see the steering wheel kind of poking up and stuff. But that's pretty impressive, huh? That's impressive even for Look Dat. It's almost as impressive as all the traffic noise out here. But yeah, let's get some close-up action going on this thing, because I don't know when next time I'll get a chance to come see it. But that's pretty cool. Well, here I am in beautiful downtown Gibsland, Louisiana. And I think you can see right over here, the reason I'm over here. If I get the giant finger out of the way. Wait, there, now it's in the way. Anyway, here I am, and we're gonna go see what's inside here, because this is Gibsland is one of the last places that Bonnie and Clyde ever got to visit. And in the past, I'll put a number somewhere on down here on my chest or something that'll show you where we saw another Bonnie and Clyde little historical spot that I didn't know existed a while back, and you can check it out. But let's go inside and see what they have in here real quick.
It's $10 general admission, $9 for seniors.
Well, here we are, and as you can see, this little section, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, look, it's a little miniature Bonnie. This is Bonnie Jr. But they'll have all kind of real, like, newspapers, historical accounts, and that type of thing. Here they even have a collection of Bonnie and Clyde t-shirts. And there's some handmade artwork. There's all kind of things about different movies, I guess. There's documentaries or stuff like Bonnie and Clyde, things like that.
That's true.
That's about Dillinger there, a contemporary of them, including the movie. And all these gangsters and people like that all had movies made out about them. That was like an old display of the car. And there's a sign about the Gibsland itself. Yeah, one of this kind of odd things about the whole deal is that, you know, they were ambushed in the car, and they had lots of pictures of the car and everything, but the car was saved and became like a tourist attraction. It traveled around, been all over the place, and there's a good example of they travel around and charge admission to look at the car they got killed in. And we'll go try to find that marker when we leave here, but that's coming later, in case you were wondering. Yeah, this first section of the museum is actually originally the cafe, if I understand, where they stopped and got a little snack for the road before they went on their final ride. And so that's kind of interesting. It's a very old building, but let's go into this next section. Yeah, all kinds of stuff in here. All kind of documents and stuff. Oh, and look that. Ooh, look behind the giant finger. That's about the appearance on Look Dat of the other location I didn't even know about. But there it is. I'll use my 1930s radio voice. And there's some exciting trading cards in the back there in color about Bonnie and Clyde. And there's a tire. But look, it's the Bonnie and Clyde Tourism Trail. And here's what can only be described as a rogues gallery of early photos of Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker and their friends. Obviously, they probably didn't see them, but if they had looked off into the woods to the left when they stopped on that road, this is what they would have seen waiting for them. Look Dat. Don't want to ever look out your window and see something like this. Because soon after they saw this, that's when this happened. Well, they didn't put their guns on the hood. That's for the museum, but that's the car. And there's a mannequin of Clyde in there. But you can see it's got a lot of holes in it. That's going to take some body work and stuff to fix that, if they ever wanted to fix it. And need a new windshield too. Oh, and the side windows are gone pretty much. And well, there's a lot of other things that need to be fixed. So there you go. But when you run around being bad, that's what can happen. So the moral of the story is, don't be bad. Here you go. And here's what one of the things they were saying is because of the kind of rifles and stuff they were using, heavy duty stuff like this, the bullets went in the driver's side, went through Clyde, went through Bonnie, and came out this side. So that's why they have bullet holes on both sides of the car. That's some pretty heavy duty stuff. And then, when it's all said and done, you can pose behind the car and take a victory shot. Oh, look at this guy. He's not in a good place. And this is the actual table, examination table for the doctor who basically counted the holes in them and everything and pronounced them dead, gone. But otherwise, that was a doctor's examining table back in the 1930s. Was it 1934, I believe? Yeah, and this is when they actually do a festival. I don't know if that's the dates this year, but it's in May, I believe, when they do the festival up here. And you can come and dress as your favorite gangster or your favorite lawman and run around and stuff. Have snacks and everything. There's all kinds of actual shot up car photos from right after it happened. There's a lot of little details, and there's a lot of little stuff to read in here with information about the whole mess. And here's some information just about the car. It's a 1934 Ford, and here's what really happened to this particular car. Yeah, this picture shows that the memorial down the highway that we're going to try to go find. But I think I don't know how many they had. I'll find out. But I think we'll see what this one looks like today, as opposed to when this picture was taken, which was a while back. Here's an exciting announcement.
Free! See the Bonnie and Clyde death car on display. Bring the children. Family fun for everyone. The death car.
This is some information about the car itself that's here, which is the movie car, and it's got some interesting information about it, including the serial number and everything else. But the car was in the Southwestern Historical Wax Museum in Dallas, and they had a fire, and it messed the car all up, as you can kind of see in these pictures. And so they sold the car, and the guy that bought it was restoring it. And this is some pictures of the restoration. There's a lot of glare on it. Ooh, now there's a giant creepy shadow of somebody. Oh, and look, wait, that's me. Anyway, yeah, there's some pictures of the restoration work going on to make it look like it did when it was all shot up. So you gotta make it new before you can make it look old and destroyed and everything. And that was so they could use it in a new movie called Bonnie and Clyde, The True Story. And so yeah. But it was the same car from the first movie, just called Bonnie and Clyde. And that was a Warner Brothers production. So that's kind of interesting. Life and times of a movie car. Yeah, lots of little odds and ends in the display cases, including like all these crime magazines and true crime and stuff like that, and a copy of the American Funeral Director convention preview. Yes, there is a magazine called American Funeral Director, and those back there are some actual Bonnie and Clyde dolls, so you can reenact their mayhem in doll form. Oh, and I almost forgot, they have another parking area out here with a couple of cars in it, but these aren't all full of bullet holes. Well, this one's not. This is a beauty. That's one of the employees parks here, in case you can read. See? Can you read that? Okay. And that's sort of that's kind of a fake Bonnie and Clyde car. We'll look at real quick. But these are cool. And they're just out here in the parking lot. There's coolness indoors and outdoors. That's the same color as the one inside. It's tan. But look that. This one's got oh, look at that weird guy. Can you see him? It's the ghost of Clyde, I guess. I don't know. Boy, he sure is ugly. But yeah, it's got cool fake bullet holes and stuff. So that's something to see. I don't know if it's always out here, but it is right now. This is, I'm trying to think, is this the same? No, this is not the exact same model. It's a Ford. It's a similar model. This one doesn't have the trunk thing, and it doesn't have the fancy hood scoop, or you know, hood armament is the way I like to say it. The hood armament is not on there, but I think that's the same model. 34 Ford. That one, however, is completely different. But the real car has that little trunk extension deal on the back, so you can put all your valuables and your whatnots if you like to travel with that kind of stuff. Well, it sure was exciting and interesting to wander around in there, look at shot up cars and stuff. And we're going to take a little bit of a road trip now that I'm leaving, and it's actually going to go right down the road over here. Over there. That's where we're going to go. Well, here I am on the side of the highway, as you can see. And it's pretty quiet and peaceful out here, actually. There's a van going that way. But actually, that's the way I just came from. And that's the way that Bonnie and Clyde took their final ride, coming right toward us. And over here somewhere is where the lawmen were hiding out, waiting for them. And right over here is pretty much where the car got all shot to pieces with them inside it. And that's a memorial that they had a picture of in there when it was new. I think it's the same one. I'll have to just compare it when I can see them both. But you can see how destroyed it is, but they did paint it. Somebody painted it gray to kind of make it look a little more intact. But people come and leave all kinds of stuff here. And rubber ducks and all kinds of interesting things. As I don't know if it's a tribute to the law enforcement or if it's a tribute to the criminals, but there's even a bullet up there at this point. And interesting. But here's the new improved memorial, which has only got one chunk of it knocked off so far. And hopefully people will leave it alone and quit destroying everything, because that's just kind of stupid. I mean, the original one, this is bullet holes in here. There's like people shot a big giant piece of rock, you know? And I don't know, it's because I don't know what they were trying to prove, but it didn't prove much, except they could hit a rock with a gun. So anyway, this explains the whole thing, where you can actually kind of read it, if you can read. And yeah, it was a long time ago, May 1934. And it was probably a pretty quiet morning out here, just like this, when all that happened. And it happened pretty quick, because when they opened up, it didn't take long. Check back soon for more Look Dat.